Well, good morning. Today is, that's a really good question. Is it Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Today's Thursday. Hi guys, good morning. Okay, so today is Thursday, March the 15th. It's raining cats and dogs right now. But here we are in the Lake District in England, and one of the things I thought I could do today, because of the weather conditions of grey and rain, it's also very, very windy, but the grey and the rain, one of the locations I wanted to check out and photograph was the Honister Slate mine. Now I thought under these conditions today it might warrant itself, it might give me some really kind of grey, wet, moody shots around a slate mine. That could be quite interesting. Plus there's quite a nice hike up there, or a long hike up to the Warnscale Bothy. And I've looked at that before on YouTube videos. So you know what we're going to do is we're going to take the car out this morning from the accommodations. We're going to drive over to the Honister Slate mine, and we're going to have a look around, and we're going to do the hike up into the hills there, see how we make out. It is windy, it is rainy, but we're going to see what happens. So we're going to talk to you when we get there. See you in a bit. Okay, so right now, driving down to the Honister Pass on this B road, a very narrow road by the way, I noticed to my right at the bottom of Derwent Water, some kind of trailways and pathways walking through maybe a swamp type area with some kind of interesting trees and so on. So I've just pulled off the road. Right now we're parked in an area that says, "Welcome to our garden and conservatory." No idea if I can park here, but until somebody tells me I can't, I'm going to try to park here, get my gear out, and just hike down some of those trails. It's still pouring rain right now. It is forecast to maybe stop raining later in the day. But again, around the bottom of this misty, kind of moody lake in this light, it could be interesting, moody shots. So you know what? We're going to get some gear together, and we're going to take a little hike down some of those lanes, some of those tracks, some of those trails around the bottom of that lake, and see what we can find. See if there's anything interesting there. It looked interesting. So hey, let's put our gear together and let's head down there. Okay, so a little location I find, or a composition I found, is along this river to those trees at the end. You have Skiddaw in the background, and then of course you have the clouds covering the top of the mountain range, and the grey kind of moody look to this whole image. I'm set up on a tripod. Now today, just because it's a little lighter for the hiking, I'm using my Canon 6D. I have my 28 to 135mm lens. The settings for this particular shot, I have, of course I'm on manual, I have an ISO of 100, f8, my focal length is 60mm, and I've got 1/8 of a second, and there's my shot. I'm going to just change that focal length. I'm going to bring that in just a bit. I'm going to try 75mm. Nice. About 80mm. I like it. So hey, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're in the rain, so we're going to pack up and move on. We don't want to get too wet here. But a real nice kind of moody looking shot. We might be able to make something out of this. We'll see once we get back into post. Okay, let's get back to the car. Let's head on and carry on down to the slate mine. Okay, so right now it's raining really hard. Up there, this is where we're going, up to those peaks up there, and the Warnscale Bothy. So I'm just going to set out on this hike. I'm guessing it's about an hour and a half from here, but I'm not 100% sure. Conditions are pretty bad, but hopefully it's going to improve, and hopefully we're going to get some reasonable shots. So for now, I'm going to gear up. I'm gonna head out and we'll talk to you later. Okay, so right now we've hiked up here into the mountains and we've reached Dobbs Hut Mountain Bothies Association. So this is a bothy. This is where nowadays hikers, mountain climbers, and photographers like myself, you can take a break here, you can spend the night here, you can make a fire, there's a fireplace in there, and if you have the provisions, you can make a basic meal here. Back in the day, mine workers would have stayed here. I'm not sure how long ago that would have been, but that's what they did back in the day. So let's go inside, let's take a look. I've already been inside. Oops, I hope it's not locked now. No, it's not. Let's go in, take a look inside a mountain hut or a bothy. So right here, I'm not sure how this is coming through on the GoPro. I'm not sure how much light is available in here, and because of the height, keeping weight to a minimum, I did not bring kind of extra light sources. But you can see over here, a little table, that's actually my tripod and hat and gloves there. Fireplace, slate bench seats and so on. Over here, you can see where there's a little bed. Now that's used, that's probably a hiker or a climber, and he's probably out right now climbing fells and mountains in this area and plans to spend the night back here at this particular sanctuary or bothy or mountain hut. So hey, it's really, really interesting. There is one downside to this. I'm going to take you outside and I'm going to show you, because in my planning, I had planned to get some really interesting shots of this particular location. However, as I crested a peak here and came down a trail, lo and behold, this bothy is being repaired and so on, construction, and it's covered with scaffolding. So there goes my opportunities of any still images, and I really, really, really wanted to get some still images here, because there's so much history here. But obviously that's not going to happen unless I want some still images of a bothy covered in scaffolding under repair. I'm going to pan the GoPro around. You can see where I am. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. About a mile back the trail, we were up into the clouds. Here we dropped down again a little bit. But as you can see, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. Amazing. Very windy, raining hard, but absolutely amazing. Okay, so we're going to carry on. So let's find the Warnscale bothy if we can. It gets a little confusing up here. Actually, there's different trails and I'm not sure which to take, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay guys, so right now we're still continuing to look for the second bothy. And you know what? I am having a hard time trying to find it. There's so many trails up here. I've been on a lot of trails. We continue to look on a lot of trails. And the rare occasion, because of the weather conditions today, that I do pass another hiker, they haven't heard of the Warnscale bothy that I'm looking for. But there's a lot of trails leading to a lot of different areas from these peaks and mountaintops. So, you know what? That's okay. We're going to continue to look. We continue to be optimistic. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to find the Warnscale bothy today. We'll see. Okay, so, you know, when you're kind of heading up a mountain trail or looking for a location that you know is going to be an amazing challenge for you, when you find it, it becomes like a euphoric kind of feeling. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel a great feeling of achievement, accomplishment, and it's amazing. Now, when you set off to reach a peak or to find a location that you don't find or you don't get to the peak, as much as finding it is a euphoric feeling, not finding a location, especially after several hours of hiking through the mountains looking for the location, is, I can't explain the feeling. You feel totally dejected, rejected, dumped, down. I don't know what the right word is. Deflated. To cut a long story short, I did not find the second Bothy, the Warnscale Bothy that I was looking for. After the first Bothy we found, or the first mountain hut, the Dobbs, from there it was a maze of trails throughout the mountains. And I took one or two for a mile or so, came back to the Dobbs again, started on another one, but went way past the distance that I thought the Warnscale Bothy would be. But to no avail. I was unable to find the location. Doesn't mean I can't come back and do this again. I mean, I'm here for the rest of this week, so it doesn't mean I won't try this again. It just means today I didn't find it. It's windy, it's rained all day, it's still raining now, although it's tipping off to more of a drizzle, but the winds are strong. We're at a very high elevation here, but we are going to head back down to the Honister mine now. So hey, I've grabbed one or two shots here and there, nothing too exciting. Maybe, you know, hopefully we got something out of those trees we shot this morning at the bottom of Derwent Water as we passed by there, just to kind of save the day on something. But yeah. But on the other side of the coin, it's been absolutely amazing. Cold, windy, and wet, but you know what? It's an amazing place to be. Hey, I'm going to sign out. I have no idea if we got anything from today. If we did, let's look at those images right now. We'll see you later.